Looking back on 2019, we have so many great family memories, so many fun things that we did together as a family, and we wanted a way to document those things, and so I decided to try my first photo books. I'd never done this before, this is my first time, and so I wanted something where I didn't have to log into the computer and do all that work on there because it's hard for me to do the stop and start with my computer out. I wanted something that I could just have on my phone, like an app where I could just pull pictures from my iCloud and build a book that way. I just Googled that and then clicked on the first one that popped up, and so this is what we made. I'm gonna show you my photo books. There's like a base rate for about 20 pages, and then for each page after that you pay like 50 cents. And so I think I probably have about 50 pages in one book and maybe 60 in the other. I split it into 2 books because it would have been a very thick book. So we did the first 6 months and then the second 6 months. So I'm gonna show you these books. So here's book number 1. I just chose one of my favorite pictures to be the cover, and it happened to be Henry sleeping there in his car seat. I just love his little curl on his forehead. It's so cute. You can choose different paper qualities. I chose just like the cheaper one, but there are lots of different options for that too. Then I got on a coffee date here, and we were reading at the coffee shop for a little bit, and the boys were with Grandma and they fell asleep. There I am, pregnant with Ivy. Here's a comparison picture of our 3 kids. So there's Spurgeon and Henry and Ivy. You can see their little profiles. It's so cute. These are Ivy's pictures. Henry, he falls asleep everywhere. Here we've got a picture of him sleeping on Grandma's staircase, sleeping on the rug, sleeping on the couch. Time with family. There's a sweet picture that Ginger had texted of doing FaceTime with Grandma Duggar. Henry fresh out of the bathtub. Here's cousin time. Sam doesn't look too thrilled right there. He's like, don't push me off the slide. Here's Spurgeon working on a little puzzle project. And here's Spurgeon when he got to go to the grocery store with Ben one day. He was really fascinated by this aloe vera leaf. Here we are on a snow day. We rarely get a good snow day, and so it looks like a dusting for people who live up north, but here that's a lot of snow. So Henry was not too thrilled about being out in the snow. He was much happier to be inside just looking out the window. And then this was their first time to try hot chocolate. Here we are with some friends. Had some friends over to our house. Here's Ben in an intern meeting he was doing with our church. Here are some pictures of Spurgeon that I liked. Henry and Spurgeon doing their puzzles. Here's just a candid little morning shot. The boys sitting on the couch eating apples. Some other fun kid pictures. Spurgeon in some big boots that belonged to one of his uncles. Here is our little renovation project that we did to our house. So this is our living room before. And this is our living room after. We painted and got like a lighter colored rug. We got rid of a lot of our bulkier furniture in our living room. Here we are, all of our different Lowe's runs. So we kept going to Lowe's I went for paint and things like that. This is a few months before Ivy was born. And so I was trying to get all the projects done in major nesting mode. And here's Henry just completely tuckered out. He's like, Mom, really? Look at that expression on Spurgeon's face. He's like, really, Mom? Here's the boys buying all the stuff for the project. They put French doors off the back of our master bedroom, so they cut out a window that was there. We didn't actually have a back door on our house. So here, we're feeding them lunch. Little takeout. They came and put in those doors for us. Here's the before. There's the doors going in. Here's some time with Ben's family. Went on a nice little stroll for a bridge there in Little Rock. There's Ben had his beard. There's Spurgeon looking at Ivy's pictures. Spurgeon got to finish off my Frappuccino. He really liked that. Oh, here we're back to the porch project a little bit. There's Jetty who's helping us out. Henry, cute Henry. This was the day Henry got his hearing evaluated. ear, nose, and throat doctor. And these are just some random family pictures. I like to pull off family pictures from our family group text. And so some of these I really liked, and I decided to go ahead and throw them in here and print them as well. Here's Spurgeon potty training. He was excited about his new underwear. And then, whoops, had a little accident. I was like, how about you sit on this Chuck's pad here? If you want to sit on the couch so we don't have an accident. Here's Henry, Daddy. This is when I was super big pregnant with Ivy. I was gonna be in Ben's sister Jessica's wedding, and so I was trying on my bridesmaid's dress and I just barely could squeeze into it. There's a date. Oh, here's some of the after shots of like when we kind of changed up our living room. Just different, how it looked a little different. This is our master bedroom here. Here are some great candid shots. Oh my word. Every parent can relate. So gross. There's Spurge with his yogurt base. The boys playing in the backyard. Spurgeon was so proud of us. He said, look at my cool trick. Boys playing with their car tracks. Here's Henry again, falling asleep with goldfish in his mouth, holding his little tractor. There's Ben's beard. He was having fun with his mustache, curled up the sides of it. Here's Jackson and Tyler. They were building a little duck house for the family ducks. Here's more cousin time at the park. It was Israel's birthday. There's more cousin pictures. This was so cute. We went to a music recital at a glass chapel, and Grandma Lolly snapped these adorable pictures of Spurgeon. Super cute. Playing some Candyland while the others were down for naps, I believe. Here's back at Grandma Lolly's house. They were playing in the bed of a pickup truck. Having a great time. Here we are again at Grandma Lolly's house. Jana was making, oh yes, Shalotsky sandwiches. Jana is amazing at making those. She can make them taste just like the restaurant. Ben was doing a little book project, I guess, with the kids here. Swinging, watching a movie. There's some cute little pictures of Spurge. And some pictures of Henry. He was fascinated with watching the dirt dump out of the bucket of his backhoe. And then Spurgeon took this picture of me right at the end of my pregnancy with Ivy. Henry saying snake. Every time he would see the snake, he would curl his little fists up like that and say "Sss." Oops, we got him out of the tub, and before I could get him dressed, he peed on the rug. Ben was getting ready to go to a meeting. Here they are. They would love to lay on top of me on the couch. So it was so funny. I was laying there and Henry climbed up on top of me and I took a picture. Then he got down. A few minutes later, Spurgeon climbed up on my back. Here they are, just some. Henry was always, we went to the playground. Henry didn't want to stay in the fence. He wanted to climb over the fence. And I was like, Henry, the playground's behind you, bubs. Here they are with their little tricycles that I got from a consignment sale. Eating their snacks, their Chick-fil-A. Here we are with Ben's family at the zoo. The boys loved that. I think that was maybe their first time to the zoo. Here's Spurge again in the boots at Granny's house. Henry looking over the fence into the chicken coop. They had a little baby calf that they were caring for. Here they are. They got in the mud puddles outside and we're having a good old time. Living the good life right there. Here's some cousin pictures and family pictures from different ones, again off the family group text usually. Here, the boys. I think Laura DeMacy took these pictures. Super cute. They were down in Jana's garden, helping her water everything. Here's Henry having a nap with his sunglasses on. And this was fun. We got to take the boys on a little train ride in Eureka Springs. The same train that I rode on the day that Ben proposed to me. So that was fun, kind of jogged down memory lane. Here's when we went into labor with Ivy. That's right after my water broke. And then here she is. Sweet Ivy Jane. There we are, because the family most of them were still out of town, so we were FaceTiming everybody to tell them it was a girl and tell them her name. That was a sweet moment. And here we are with our first moments at home with Ivy. Sweet little pictures of her. Lauren and Josiah took our boys for us that night. They slept over there. And we're helping Saya with a work project the next day. So when Spurgeon came home, his bear, the arm had gotten pulled off, and so Jana was stitching the arm back on. These are more pictures, I think, by Laura. Super cute. Spurgie, this little teddy bear, and then them on a little playground having fun. These were just ones that I captured on my phone, but it was that day when we did the sisters photo shoot. So Ivy there, looking at her little toes. Ivy was just a few days old, maybe a little over a week, I'm thinking. Here we are, introducing Ivy to the world. Here's sweet little Ivy. Her big old bows that I'd put on her, they would fall down on her eyes. Boys giving hugs. Here's a sweet picture that I'll treasure always. Grandma Duggar holding little Ivy. Here's some more Grandma Duggar photos that were taken. There's Grandma and Spurgeon. This is from our garden party. Here's some funny selfies that were left on my phone, and I was like, I have to include these. This is hilarious. Ginger and Jeremy being funny, taking pictures. Oh, they cracked me up. The boys had some little, whatever these things are called, sea-doos, ski-doos, whatever, out in the driveway. And Spurgeon and Henry were climbing on them. And I said, that looks like, you know, they're ready to surf. Here's some more family pictures. Ben's grandpa that passed away last year around Thanksgiving. This is our sweet Nana, she's our adopted Nana. It's been a really special part of our lives since I was super young. Spurgeon pretending like he's riding a motorcycle. He was wearing this big old motorcycle helmet while he's riding his little bike. Sweet family pictures. Oh, Spurgeon had gotten into some paints and painted all over his face and his shirt. It's like, Spurgie. I think it was washable. I think it came out. Here they are, the fun little inflatable pool thing that a friend sent. That was so kind. The kids loved it that last summer. Here's Spurgie when he was 3, loving on little Willow. Here's some sweet pictures of Spurgeon with Ivy. The boys were having a little book time with Daddy. He was reading them a magazine. Henry was just fascinated with the toes. Kisses for Ivy. She had her little piggy pacifier. It was so cute. Cousin time, they'd come in to watch a cartoon in the afternoon. Ivy. Sweet Ivy. This was Joy and Austin after they lost little Annabelle. So that was the first 6 months. Just kind of some things that I had on my phone, different pictures and memories. And then we have book number 2, which is July through December of 2019.